Aila from the Green Free Library, here to share another story time with you. We're in the second month of the year. This one has a few special days in it, and I'll tell you more about them in a few minutes. Right now, I want to welcome everyone who's watching and sing hi to our friends, new and old. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Hi to Anna and Peter and Stanley and Henry and Lydia and Parker and Ava and Veda and Ella and Kinsley, Aliana and Asher and Zaylee and Max and Meadow and Willow, Neverly and CJ and Finn and Penelope and Evan and Ella and Kinley and me. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Okay, super job. Can you sit down and show me your hands? All right, that's it. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Lay them in your lap. The second month of the year is called February, and I'm going to show you how to spell that using our board. And there it is. February. February. And what about our season? Is it still winter? Yes, absolutely. And there it is. I bet you remember how to spell it, right? W-I-N-T-E-R. Winter. Okay. Let's get our calendar and put our information on it. What we know, okay? So today is Wednesday, February 7th. So we need to put the name of our month, February. And I said it's the second one, so there it is. And it goes right there under month, right? Okay. And then we need the number 7, because that's the date, the 7th. And the day of the week is Wednesday, and right there it is in yellow. What picture do we need for our season? We said it was winter. Do we have one? Oh, I see one with some snowflakes on it. That should do just fine. So today is Wednesday, the 7th day of February in winter. Excellent job. I said this month has some special days in it. One of them has already gone by. Does anyone know what it was? It happened on February 2nd. Groundhog Day, correct. And Valentine's Day is coming up next Wednesday on the 14th. And on February 19th, that's a Monday, those of us who live in the United States will observe President's Day. There's also a special day that only happens every 4 years, and it's happening this year. It's leap year, and there'll be an extra day in February this year, February 29th. How about that? That's a lot of special days, isn't it? And next week I'll be back to talk about Valentine's Day. Today, let's talk a little bit about Groundhog Day. Did the groundhog see his shadow on February 2nd? Does anybody know? Punxsutawney Phil, that's what he's called. He did not see his shadow. And that means an early spring. At least that's how the legend goes. I have a little flannel board here about the groundhog and his shadow. There it is, and it goes like this. Groundhog, groundhog, in your den. When will spring come again? If you come out and see no shadow, we'll be done with ice and snow. But if your shadow you do see, 6 more weeks of winter will be. How about that? So, according to Phil, this year, we might not have any more snow, or very little. And one thing that's fun to do when we do have snow is to build a snowman. Who likes to build a snowman? Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? And you can decorate him and give him arms and a scarf and mittens and everything. Well, you know what? I have another flannel board about a snowman who lost one of his mittens. And maybe you can help me and we'll see if we can find it. Okay? There it is. And it says, it's called My Snowman's Mitten. And I don't know who wrote it. My poor little snowman lost his mitten and started to cry, boo-hoo. So I helped my snowman look for his mitten, his beautiful mitten of blue. Can you see his blue mitten right there? All right. I found a mitten just right for a snowman under my mother's bed. What do you suppose it was doing there? Oh, but alas, the mitten was not the right mitten because it was colored red. All right. Can you see that? I found a mitten just right for a snowman under my father's pillow. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored yellow. Right, so that doesn't match, does it? No. I found a mitten just right for a snowman on the hand of my brother's toy clown. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored brown. That doesn't match either, does it? No. We're not having any luck finding the mitten. I found a mitten just right for a snowman under the laundry so clean. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored green. I'll have to keep looking. I found a mitten just right for a snowman inside a grocery sack. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored black. That's right. I found a mitten just right for a snowman under the kitchen sink. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored pink. Very good. I found a mitten just right for a snowman under a pile of hay. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored gray. Do you think we'll ever find that mitten? Oh, I hope so. I found a mitten just right for a snowman inside a frying pan. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored tan. Yeah. I found a mitten just right for a snowman covering my pet turtle. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored purple. I found a mitten just right for a snowman in the box with my toy farm. But alas, the mitten was not the right mitten, for it was colored orange. I found a mitten just right for a snowman inside my favorite shoe. And this time the mitten was just the right mitten because it was colored blue. Yes, do they match? Yes, they do. Very good. Thanks, guys, for helping poor Mr. Snowman find his mitten. You got to have 2 outside, right? Not just one. As usual, I have some books to tell you about. And the first one is a winter story called If It's Snowy and You Know It, Clap Your Paws. And it's written by Kim Norman and illustrated by Liza Woodruff. And the animals in this book have some silly winter fun. Then I have 2 fiction titles for Groundhog. All right, okay. And the first one is Go to Sleep, Groundhog. And it's written by Judy Cox, with illustrations by Paul Mizell. Now, poor Groundhog cannot get to sleep. And so he goes for a walk. And as he's walking outside, he sees things he's never seen before. And finally, I have a new book to our library that I think you'll like. It's called Groundhog Grace, and it's written by Aila Woods. And this one is a rhyming story about a shy groundhog named Grace. And I will take those books back to the library so they'll be ready for you to borrow. For our art project today, in honor of Groundhog Day, we're going to make a groundhog inside his burrow, and he can pop up out of his burrow. So you're going to need an empty toilet paper roll, green felt or construction paper, a craft stick, Google eyes, brown paper, a marker, glue, and scissors. So have an adult help you cut a piece of green felt or green paper enough to cover your toilet paper roll, all right? And make it just a little longer at the top. And you want to glue that on, okay? And let me get that here. And I made mine out of felt, but like I said, you can use the paper, construction paper, that's fine. And then you want to cut all the way around so you get some fringe like that. And this is going to be the grass, okay? This is his burrow, and when he pops up, there's the grass, okay? Now, on the brown paper, make a circle and make it a little bit bigger than the opening of your toilet paper roll. So you want a little bigger than that. And remember to put a couple of half circles at the top of it because that's going to be the groundhog head and he needs some ears, right? Okay, and have an adult help you cut that out. Then glue the Google eyes on it and give him a nose and a mouth and some teeth with the marker. Then you want to glue the head to your craft stick. I did say you needed a craft stick, right? If I didn't, I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, so there's his head, and there's on the craft stick. And I also took a brown marker and colored a little ways down on the craft stick, but you don't have to do that. So you want a craft stick that's a little bit bigger. See, it's a little bit taller than my toilet paper roll. If you can find one, they make them big ones and small ones. Then you put them down there like that inside the toilet paper roll, and you can make the groundhog pop up to look for a shadow, and then he can go back. See? It's like that. You can have your own Punxsutawney Phil to protect when spring comes. There we go. So there we have our pop-up groundhog and his burrow, okay? And that's all I have for today. I'll be back next week with a Valentine's Day video. So you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching. Tell your friends to watch, okay? And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.